This conference will now be recorded.
नमस्कार। आयुर्वेदीय आयोजित आयुर्वेदीय अभ्यासमाला में आप सभी का पुनः से एक बार स्वागत है। आज हमारी व्याख्याता है वैद्य लीना राजवाड़े मैडम, जो कि मावा कुलटकर सर की शिष्या है। वो BAMS पुणे से किए हुए हैं उन्होंने, और BA संस्कृत भी उन्होंने किया है। डायटिटिक्स में MS उन्होंने सेंट जोस स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी USA से किया है, और वो कंसल्टेंट रही है पुनर्वसु आयुर्वेद चिकित्सालय, वामन निवास योगीराज। इसमें खुद उन्होंने गार्गे सर के साथ, वैद्यराज दिलीप गार्गे सर के साथ कैंसर, डायबिटिक्स एंड हार्ट पेशेंट्स के जो OPDs है उसमें उन्होंने काम किया है, और कैंसर पेशेंट्स के लिए डाइट कंसल्टेंट करके उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा काम किया है। तो अभी कोरोना के संदर्भ में जो स्क्रीनिंग का अभियान पुणे में चला था, उस अभियान में उन्होंने राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ के साथ उसमें भाग लिया था। उसके जो अनुभव है, वो स्क्रीनिंग के अनुभव, वो हमारे साथ शेयर करनी जा रही है। मैं उनसे अनुरोध करता हूँ कि वो अपना अनुभव का व्याख्यान जो है वो शुरू करें। धन्यवाद मैडम।
नमस्कार। सर्वप्रथम मैं वैद्य देवदत्त देशमुख जी से उनका आभार प्रदर्शित करती हूँ कि इस मौके का लाभ उठाकर उन्होंने मुझे जो यहाँ बोलने के लिए संधि उपलब्ध करके दी है, उसके लिए मैं उनकी बहुत बड़ी आभारी हूँ। मैं अपने अनुभव कथन की शुरुआत श्लोक से करती हूँ। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Okay, so henceforth I will try to talk in English because my Hindi is not that good. I hope you won't mind, Devdatta. I think I have turned off the video, is it?
Yes madam, it's okay.
Okay. So first of all, I hope you are able to see the snap on the screen in which I'm standing there in the PPE kit on my whole body. So this is, I think, the warrior dress which we all volunteers from the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha, Jana Kalyan Samiti and Corporation, all together we were involved in this task from 25th of April till 17th of May. After the lockdown 3 was announced, before that actually, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha and Jana Kalyan Samiti, they were doing a fearless job of dedicating their service to the society, and it is only because of the humanity purpose. They were distributing the grocery or some cooked ready-made food for the senior citizens or the people who were really in need, free of cost. And it was a great teamwork which was led by many Swayamsevak Sangha team leaders. And I also want to tell one thing before I share my total experience of this journey, that it is not me alone who was involved in this COVID war. It was a teamwork. It will be a teamwork henceforth. So I completely am aware about my contribution in this small work which I was able to do for the society. Now, I will do my presentation with the help of the PPT, which actually I made for my personal convenience. But as per suggestion, I am sharing this PPT also for your reference so that it will be easier for you also to collect the points if at all I will miss something in between. As we all know, this is SARS-CoV-2 virus, and the disease which is called is COVID-19. It's a pandemic situation which has impact worldwide, and India is also having a huge impact because of this disease, because of this virus also. State wise also, if we'll see the impact is more rather severe on our Maharashtra state. Again, in Maharashtra state, many districts, they are having impact of this disease, out of which we all are aware that from day one, the cases found were in Maharashtra, and mainly districts were Pune and Mumbai. So if we think in the zone language, which is very popular in these days, from day one, actually, the whole district, Pune and Mumbai, is in containment zone or red zone. So the last point which I have shared here in my PPT is zone, containment and red zone. So we are aware that all Pune and Maharashtra state, Pune and Mumbai, both districts are in the red zone. In Pune, there were containment zones which were what we can say designed or for the purpose of screening. Total there were 69 zones were decided earlier, which then were reduced to 65. In all those 65 zones, there are 165 vastis, what we call as small areas. In those areas, basically, probability of people who are having COVID-19 disease or the suspected people was supposed to be more. So all these zones, that is 65 zones, were declared as containment zones and red zones also. And those zones were completely sealed so that nobody from that area could come outside their zone and nobody could enter that zone. And I think it is the first initial step which was taken in a right way by the government. So I really am thankful to the decision taken by the government people. But after just declaring those zones, how we are going to do the screening of those people was the question in front of Pune Mahanagarpalika. Because their doctors team, their nurses team, volunteers team, everybody was working 24/7 and there was a huge load on everybody. So I think, and as per my knowledge, they came to know about Rashtriya Sevak Sangha and Jan Kalyan Samiti that they are doing a society job by providing the food and some grocery or anything in free of cost, but that work is very thankful work. So they requested them to see if they can gather doctors, volunteers and in group if they can go for screening in those containment zones. The leaders of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sevak Sangha and Jan Kalyan Samiti, they immediately sent a very simple note to all the doctors group, all their volunteer groups, in which they requested people to come on their own ahead or help and work for the society. I think most of us have received such um, message through our WhatsApp group or Facebook or mail or anything. So most of us were aware that yes, these people are doing some job where doctors can contribute. From day one of lockdown, I really had a wish that I wanted to give my contribution for the society. I don't know in what way, but whenever I used to wake up in the morning from day one, I was praying God that please give me an opportunity to work for the society. One day came when MCIM sent us the notice where we are supposed to give the online exam. We have to pass the exam for the registration purpose. So after registration purpose, I thought, okay, then after giving that online exam, maybe from corporation or MCIM, our doctors will get some, not invitation exactly, but they will be called for this work, but still no hopes. And when I read this Jan Kalyan Samiti's Avahan from my niece, her name is Sharada, she is not a doctor, she is engineer by profession, and she told me that Maushi, you can see if you can fill the form and take this or grab this opportunity. I just filled that form, and it was, I think the date was around 10th of May. So already the work was already started from 25th of April. But still, I filled the form. And in the meanwhile, I found one of our Ayurvedic doctor group, my friend, Dr. Leena Baudekar. She is doing work for Stri Shakti for many years, and she is a social aware person. So she did this activity with the same Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha and Jan Kalyan Samiti, and I called her to congratulate her and appreciate her that yes, at least one of my friend has done this job, and I really appreciated her on phone. And I just told her that yes, it's great feeling that to serve for the society in this disastrous situation, you feel something different. She said, do you want to join? I said yes, why not? And she immediately called the concerned person from Jan Kalyan Samiti, and in an hour or 2 hours, I got a call from them, just letting me know that yes, your name is enrolled in our group. You, when you want to come? I said I will come tomorrow morning if you wish to. They said okay, you can come tomorrow morning and directly we'll go for the screening purpose. And it was 14th of May. 14th of May evening. So they told me that on 14th of May on phone they told me that you have to go for 3 days for screening, and for doctors we don't make it compulsory that you have to stay on field. You can go home and whatever necessary required prevention or preventive measures you can take on your own at home. But I don't know, I asked them that what is the facility of the field exactly. I mean, staying facility, then taking care of all preventive measures, etc., etc. They told us that all volunteers are staying here, and we are taking good care, and we can give you room to stay over here, no problem. Then again, I gave a thought in my mind that it will be better if I stay there for 3 days, because 15th, 16th, and 17th May, 3 days will be going for screening, and after that I can come home. But no, the period was not only 3 days, because their protocol was set up for 7 days. 3 days, consecutive 3 days, you are supposed to go for screening. After that, 4 days, compulsory quarantine, and then you are tested. If your test is negative or positive, accordingly, the future plan will be executed. So I said, okay, whatever is the plan, I am going. And with my family support only, I was able to take this decision firmly, because my urge, my will was there from day one. So without any ambiguity or without any other queries or any negative, positive, any kind of thought, it was just decided by me that yes, I'm going. I packed up my backpack, and on 15th May morning, my husband dropped me at the field. And for my surprise, it was my junior college where I did my 11th and 12th, here at Karve Road, Abasaheb Garware College. So it was again a comfortable atmosphere for me. When I reached there, as I said, it was almost the last slot, and the morning session was 8:45 to 1 noon, in which we are supposed to complete all the activity. So when I reached there, one doctor, she was giving instructions to all the volunteer groups, how we are supposed to go, how we are supposed to wear kit, etc., etc. I was not listening to that because I was completely unaware about what I am supposed to do. So one another doctor, lady doctor, she came to me and she explained everything to me, what we are supposed to do as a doctor when we are going to do the teamwork. Then I came to know that it will be a teamwork. So in team, we were 3 people, 1 doctor and 2 volunteers, where we are supposed to do the distribution of work. I reached the venue at 8 o'clock in the morning. So at 8:45, we are supposed to leave. So there is nothing to worry. All the volunteers will be with you. You will go to the venue, you will dress up the PPE kit and you will start doing the screening. I said, okay, but how to wear that PPE kit? She said, others will be wearing, so you can watch them and they will also guide you how you are supposed to wear it and we can go. I said, fine. So my team was declared, myself, then I had 2 other boys. Again, they were not from medical or any science field, but they were truly a Swayamsevak Sangha volunteer. And I don't know how many of you are aware that if you are a Sangha Parivar member, fearlessness is the basic quality in those people. So those 2 volunteers were really fearless, and not only fearless, they were able to boost me up also. We had a wonderful team for 3 days. One of them was electronic and telecommunication engineer, just graduated and he started his job, was working with some software company. And another one, he was film producer, but truly a Maura, what we call as. And we 3 of us, we said, okay, we are a team. So as a doctor, I will be doing the screening job with the infrared gun with safe distance. Second volunteer, the 2 volunteers, one volunteer will do the data collection. He will take the number of person in the family, male, female category wise. And if after screening, I'll find something different, I'll tell him and he will just note down those points. And accordingly, we'll keep on counting the number while doing the screening. The second volunteer, after our screening is done, our data collection is done, and when we leave the house, he will tell the people about using a mask, and he will just give 1 mask per family, because only 1 person is allowed to go outside the house. So 1 mask per family will be given free, and 1 medicine was also given as a prophylactic medicine, which was a homeopathic medicine, and which all teams were distributing in all the containment zones. So it was a set protocol from day one. And last but not least point was there is no compulsion of finishing certain area in given time, because our safety is the first concern. Our preventive measures are first concern. Our ease was the first concern. If we feel at some time that we are exhausted or breathlessness or sweating or anything, we can just stop there in between, come back to the field, and next day we can again do the same activity. So it was not a compulsory activity. At ease we can do the work. That was also a policy for the teamwork. So everything was clear. And one funny thing I would like to share is how we are going to reach the venue was question in my mind. And they told us that yes, the ambulance are ready. We are going to sit in the ambulance and we'll go to the venue. So I was surprised and happy also, because after taking admission to our Ayurvedic course from first year, whenever I used to see the ambulance on streets, when they used to take the patients in ambulance to any hospital as an emergency, I used to pray that let that person gain his healthy state as early as possible. And sometimes I also got an opportunity to sit in the ambulance with some dead body or some emergency case in our family, to take that family member to hospital. So I had an experience of sitting in the ambulance, but this is something new for me. And I said yes, for gaining the uh, swasthya or the fitness, or to make people aware about the swasthya, also we can use ambulance. So I was happy, and our ambulance was like a vanity van for me, because it was so clean. uh, Fragrance was very nice in the ambulance. um, it was sanitized properly. Chairs were there. We were sitting in a safe distance in the ambulance, and we were chatting as if we are going to a picnic spot. So nobody was having any kind of a tension. And of course on streets there was not lot of traffic, so we reached the venue in like I think 7 or 8 minutes, and again and we reached the venue. So our first day, that is 15th of May, when we reached the venue, I came to know that we are here at Yeroda. So my experience is related to the Yeroda area, and to be very specific, the Lakshmi Nagar area, which is near the Bhagwa Jhenda Chowk, and so many lanes are there inside that Lakshmi Nagar. It is a wonderful experience. And we went to one school there. Directly we went to the school inside. Then everybody was supposed to wear the PPE kit and get ready in 20 minutes, because it takes time. Initially we have to wash our hands, sanitize our hands, then first pair of gloves in our hands, again sanitize our hands, second pair of gloves, again sanitize our hands, 95 mask, again sanitize our hands, put up the PPE kit, which is like a jumpsuit or airspace suit dress. I will show you the photograph afterwards. And then again, in between, every time you are supposed to sanitize your hands. So totally we are supposed to wear 3 pair of gloves, one N95 mask, that PPE kit, then again one cotton mask, and upon that we are supposed to wear a shield. Those who are having spectacles or glasses, they are supposed to wear the shield directly, or they can wear the COVID goggles also they were having, and on that goggles you are supposed to wear that shield. So it was our complete uniform for myself and my team members, the 2 volunteers. Totally we went 3 teams, so 12 people in our area, because that area is huge. and the area was already decided where we were supposed to go. The corporation people also gave us two leaders from their area, because they were aware about the people, they were aware about the area where we are supposed to go for screening. So we were not supposed to go and hunt on our own where we are supposed to do the screening. So the people were with us who were knowing that area, and they were with us till we finish our screening. So area was not a problem for us. Then after we were done, we were supposed to sanitize the screening infrared gun, and we did the sanitization of our gun also. One of the volunteers, he took the bag which had masks and medicines, and another one, he took the paper and pad on which he is going to write. Then we started, and the volunteers asked me that, madam, if you will find some COVID positive case, how we are going to note it down? Because if you'll say that he has so much temperature, and he will come to know that yes, I am having fever, then am I a COVID patient? He will get scared. I said, what we will do is we'll do some game here, or we'll play one game. We'll decide a code word for high risk patient and low risk patient. So everybody accepted the idea, and we said we'll decide two fruits: mango for the high risk patient and orange for the low risk patient. And third fruit was also decided, which was banana, which is a normal fruit. If somebody finds that it is normal, we'll say banana. So they said, okay, we'll do that. And we went for screening. It was around 9:30 or something in the morning. Fortunately, the day before it was heavy rain, so the weather was okay. It was not that much sunny around 9:30, but as the day moved ahead, it was becoming sunny. But it was okay. We started our screening. Almost 80% of our screening was done. Nothing, nothing was there. And my team member, his name is Guru. He asked me, madam, nothing. I said nothing. And the next moment, I found three mangoes and two oranges. I said two orange. So the person whom I was screening, he said, yes, we are in orange zone. So we, three of us, we laughed. And yes, we said, yes, this is orange zone. That's what we want to write on our pad. And then he wrote down the number. And in next 3, 4 or 5 homes, consecutively we found 10, 11, 9 people who are having almost around 99, 100, 101 degree temperature. But while doing this screening, we were supposed to be careful. We were not supposed to touch anybody. We were supposed to keep a safe distance of minimum 6 meters. And gaining the confidence in people was the major concern here. So my duty as a doctor or as a Vaidya was, let them be very comfortable, as we were strangers for them. I was considering myself in their chair. If I am a patient or not a patient, but I am staying in that red zone area, and if some stranger will come here and he will tell me that, please come outside your house, we are doing screening for COVID-19 or this disease, I don't think I was comfortable to do the screening. So my first duty was to give assurance and also keep my volunteers fresh and happy. So by managing it with the code words and maintaining the safe distance and avoiding again in going the deep area, we requested people to come out of their house. Patiently, I did counseling with all the people. I told them that it is because of you only that we are here. We are able to do your screening, and this screening is just to measure your temperature. So don't worry whether you will have some temperature. I will let you know what precautionary measures you are supposed to take. We are going to give you a prophylactic medicine. Again, if somebody is having some other allied symptoms like cough or breathlessness or soreness of throat or any other symptom other than symptoms, again, if somebody having blood pressure or diabetes, because few few people, very few people were there in the house who were lying on the bed, but we didn't enter in the house. We just ask them from outside only what are their symptoms. If he is having food in normal quantity, his stool motion is okay, urine motion is okay, his hunger appetite is okay, then it was okay. So I used to ask all the parameters which usually as a Vaidya we ask in our clinic on regular basis. And while leaving that area, I used to thank the people and appreciate those people, because it is only because of their green signal we were able to enter in their red zone area. And I am really happy here to tell that though that zone was red zone or containment zone, all people were aware about what is the situation going on. So everybody was trying to wear a mask. Mostly ladies in the houses, they were using a mask, or rather they were using their sari pallo to cover their mouth. Few homes where we saw the ladies were leaders in their house, and males were not. Only 2 or 3 houses the males were not cooperative, but we were able to convince them, we were able to counsel them, we were able to assure them that please try to cooperate with the people who are coming here. We are going, we are doing this job for our sake of convenience. It is not for you, because see, the screening is done here for our sake of convenience, not for those people. And this we have to convince those people when you are going in that area. So we were doing this job, we were trying our level best. And after doing the first day around 1 o'clock, 1:30, we came back to our field. Again we have to duff do the duffing procedure for the PPE kit. Again, stepwise, we have to use the sanitizer, take one by one everything like outside down, and dump it in a trash bag, which we were used to seal the bag. Those bags were collected properly and given to the corporation people, and they assured us that they will destroy it in a proper way. And then again, after sanitization, we again sat in our ambulance, our vanity van. We had a refreshing drink for tarpana of our rasadhatu. While we were reaching to our Abasaheb Garware College venue, where we were be staying for next 3 days, not 3 days, actually 7 days. So again, we came back to the base camp, and after coming to the base camp, our afternoon again was fully packed. Immediately once we uh, come down of the ambulance, we straight went for our bath. Hot water was there, solar heater was there, so everybody had a hot good quality water, sufficient quantity also. And we had a hot water bath. Also we used the same water for washing our clothes. It took around, I think, 1 hour for again getting to normal position. And then our lunch was ready. Then after lunch, everybody had to take rest for at least 1 hour or two. And then after that, we had a tea break. Then in the evening, we had a Baudik session in which everybody, one day we have to share our experiences in the session. And at 10 p.m., we have to go to bed, and that was the end of the day. I went in the morning session, so I have described everything in the morning session, but we had 2 sessions, one session in the morning and second in the afternoon. So morning session people only will visit in the morning, afternoon session people will visit in the afternoon. That was also set protocol. And more than 3 days, nobody will go for a screening. That was also a set protocol. After the first day was over, second day again was the same. We visited the same area. Our experience was again new this time. Mostly around, on an average, every team did screening of 260, 270, 80 people in that 3 hours of span. and our team found almost 25 to 30 suspected cases. So the basic motive or objective, not motive, objective of this screening was to actual visit the red zone area and check with the screening method if we find the suspected people. So in both the days, whatever number we have collected, we scanned those papers. We immediately send those papers to corporation people, and we were taking follow up with the corporation people whether they contacted those suspected people and asked them to come for the swab collection, or what are the arrangements they were doing for doing the swab testing. um, the person who is authority of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha, he told me that yes, because of our screening, we are trying to take follow up with the corporation people, and swab testing is also improved. The number is increasing. So this screening is helping to find out the exact number of the people who might be COVID positive. So I thought it is going to help in the future. Third day again we got ready, and all of a sudden there was an announcement that we are done because all the zones are completely screened. So we are not going for screening uh, on third day. So your quarantine period will start from the third day only. But everybody was little nervous because now we are used to go in the morning for the screening activity. So everybody was telling that, sir, please check whether we can go and do some screening in some area if it is not done. But sir said, no, we are done, and it is over now. So our quarantine period started on the third day only. So for 4 days, consecutive days, we were in quarantine period, and we stayed on the venue only at Babasaheb Garware College. So total 7 days I was in the at the venue. In the quarantine period, all other morning activities were same. Like morning, I think I missed one slide here. We used to wake up at 6 a.m. Then 6:30 exercise, in which we used to do asanas, pranayam, then hot water bath, breakfast, and then dispatch for the activity. But when we are in quarantine, we were not going. So we were having some interactive sessions where we used to share our experiences or some other activities. Our doctors team, we sat together and noted down all the points which we tried to cover while screening, some points which we might have not been able to cover, and some queries which we will need in our future plan also. So in the afternoon, after lunch, again rest was there, and discussions in the evening, and in the evening again some Bauddhic session, or some one day only we had one entertainment program. But that entertainment program was also like music, dance, and singing. But all the songs were selected like Nandi from Marathi Natak till the Prarthana of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha Nirman Unke Pavan Yug Mein. So the atmosphere was completely of Sangha only. Nobody was doing any kind of funny or light activity. Everybody was enjoying with some Sangha activity also. Then on the fourth day, we all went for testing, and I think everybody was happy that this is the first exam in which everybody is failed, and our report was negative, so we were able to go home. And after going home, also 7 days of isolation was declared. So in my mind, again the thought came that already 7 days I was away from home, that is okay. And that was helpful also, because staying with the family and doing all these activities is not easy. So as per my experience, I will request all the people who in future would like to join this activity, please take care of yourself and try to take as much as preventive measure as possible. And if they are going to follow the same protocol, try to stay on the venue itself for 7 days in the quarantine period. And after that, because the next 7 days again I'm in isolation, so actually today I'm also in isolation, fourth day. So still 3 more days to go. I am sitting here in my isolation room at home. My food is coming in my room, and it is possible only because of my mother. She's here and cooking a very fresh food for me. My husband, my son, and my daughter, they are helping. So it's a good teamwork, and it is. I know it is very difficult for spending that much period, but once you are decided and committed to your work, these 7 days will also pass very fast. Now, what was the contribution of Ayurveda in this whole scenario? That was one point which were in our discussion. Basically, I was not in the team who decided the protocol for the whole period from 25th April till 17th of May. But whatever was decided, it was so well planned and very clear. I'm sure the senior people will be able to contribute more on this. But all the volunteers, including doctors and non-doctors, everybody, all the volunteers, they were taken very well care. And Ayurvedic treatment, not treatment, but for the prophylactic side, we were given Sukshma Trifala or Guduchi Ghanavati while having our food, morning and evening. And everybody was used to take the tablet in the thali of food. Nobody was missing. And at night, we used to get the Dada Khadiwale Vaidya's Vasadi Kwat, which was his own part designed by him. And his grandson, he was also there. So he used to make the kada at night, the decoction at night, and everybody used to wait, when is the kada going to come? And everybody was enjoying that kada at night. And one Anutel Nasya bottle was also given for people to do the Nasya once at night. And turmeric powder, hot water was always ready. Whenever we want to have, we can have that throughout the day and night also. So it was taken well care of. So what I came to know from this experiences, actually, we were listening news from authentic media. That is, I used to rather listen to only Akashwani news because I'm an Akashwani fan also. So I only used to uh, listen to the news on Akashwani, but was not completely aware about the exact situation, what is happening outside. And as we all know that Drushta Karma is one of the um, necessary quality for Vaidya. So I got this opportunity because of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha and Jana Kalyan Samiti, with of course the safety measures which boosted my moral, and with a good teamwork we were able to do the data collection. I am completely aware, as I said in the first half of my talk, that it is a continuous process. It will be a continuous process on, but we need to be confident and get involved in such group activity where, apart from medical side, all other things are taken care of, like your safety, your food, your residing, your residential provision, everything was taken care of. So no, everybody was fearless, and I think where there is will, there is a way. So we should follow what the government guidelines are there and try to make a universal standard personalized approach, as it's a pandemic. And in our team also, there were Ayurvedic volunteers, Ayurvedic interns, Ayurvedic MDs, students, as well as allopathic students also. But I haven't seen any of those who was criticizing one another. Like what allopathic doctor is doing, they have some kind of limitation. Whatever they are doing something wrong. they have some limitations, so and or they don't have any options, so they are doing that. Nothing this sort of conversation was going on. Instead, everybody was saying that we have this limitation, but with the government's guideline, that is, we have to first do the screening, we should know the temperature, we should know whether he has fever, cough or allied symptoms, because we all are aware that it is very similar to the pneumonia, which allopathy name this disease as pneumonia. Not, I will not at all compare it with any Ayurvedic disease name, uh, but everybody was having a respect with others also, because we have we had biologist, we had zoologist, we had radiologist, we had some forensic medicine expert who was in our team, and everybody was trying to know what are the scopes and limitations. Ayurveda, Ayurveda Shastra or Ayurveda science has a wide range of prevention, and I personally agree, and I try to follow since childhood most of the things. To name a few are Abhyanga, exercise, good quality food, and I think only because of that, I don't want to praise myself, but I feel proud that in our team, I was the youngest person with chronological age 50, and everybody admired for me for this. And I feel that fitness is utmost important thing if we have to step in such kind of activity. Other things can be managed, but mentally and physically we have to be really very firm. With conviction we are supposed to step in such activity. And comprehensive, that's why I have written here, comprehensive approach is very important henceforth, because this situation is new to all the health sector. Nobody, rather genuine persons who are working in research field like NIV people or ICMR people, they are aware that this is new for them. The virus is changing its mutation every single day. So every time we are getting some new protocol which we are supposed to follow. So instead of criticizing each other, I think we are supposed to come forward, be as a team, and try to work on different aspects whether we can put ourselves as Indian medical science and do some positive, assertive, strong teamwork in this COVID-19 situation. I think I have said enough about my experience. Again, I will say that it was not my individual effort. All the team members, my friends, my family, my colleagues, then the volunteer team who was there with me and will always be there with me. And again, all the Ayurvedic, our Ayurvedia group who are here. I don't know how many people are listening here, but I personally would like to request all of you that this activity is again will be conducted in future. I think one of the note is already shared by Vaidya Dhananjay Kulkarni sir, who is working as a senior person over there. So please try to enroll yourself. These people will help us to take care of our safety, our precautionary measures. They are ready for that. They only are requesting us to just come forward and help the society in medical field. So medical fraternity, we are responsible. We are bound to serve for the society, of course, with ethics and with the prevention of our personal health. So I will thank Vaidya Devdatta Deshmukh also and all other people who are listening, and thank you to everybody, and end my session with the Shanti Mantra. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Yes, madam, thank you. There is one query. What advice, what would you advise people with hypertension and diabetes to while going to for the volunteering?
You mean when we are on the field for screening?
Yeah.
We were not giving any kind of advice. We used to just tell them that visit your regular doctor, and we used to just ask whether they are taking their regular medication in proper way.
Yeah. I think the person is asking about the volunteers who are having hypertension and diabetes. What precaution they should take?
Volunteer. Okay. I personally feel that they should try to avoid to go personally on the field. If they are able to manage their healthy state, I mean, if their healthy state is more than 70%, then they don't have to worry about hypertension.
Okay.
Try to do the pranayam and breathing exercise and some yoga nidra also. It will help because we just have to work for 3 days.
While
It is
screening the patient, yeah. Shall I ask?
opinion. Yeah.
While screening patient which are suspected to have COVID, what is the next step by municipal corporation to those suspects?
First, they call that person because we used to take the phone number of that concerned person. So they used to call, ask them whether they have symptoms. Even if they will answer yes or no, they will tell them to come and visit Naidu or Sassoon or nearby hospital. If they will come, fine. Otherwise, they will visit on their own and collect their swab for testing.
Okay. What homeo medicine were distributed?
It was Arsenica album with 30 potency.
Okay. Whether any Ayurvedic medications were prescribed or distributed as a prophylactic?
No.
Okay. What prevention or preventive measures can we take at home for this COVID-19?
We do the dhupan every day, morning, evening. Then we can have the boiled water with plain gold, which is for immunity build up. Have homemade, Suvarna Siddha Jala, home cooked food, adequate sleep, exercise. That's it. And positive approach, most important.
Most important, yeah, that's right. I think the questions are over here.
Okay.
So if you have anything to sum up, you can say, and we will conclude.
No, whatever I wanted to conclude, I have already concluded with the Shanti mantra. So.
Okay, there are some more questions. If along allopathic medicine or Ayurvedic medicine is given, then chances of cure is more. What is your opinion?
Yes, we can convince the team members before they start the activity, but make sure that it will be followed as a protocol throughout the screening period. Then it will be more helpful.
ICMR guidelines are saying that the asymptomatic patients do not need to undergo confirmatory swab test.
Sorry? I could not get your point. Asymptomatic?
ICMR guidelines. ICMR guidelines are saying that asymptomatic patients do not need to undergo confirmatory swab test.
So what is my comment on this? Is the question or what?
Yeah. What's your comment?
No comment on this.
Okay. For how much days the duty was?
Total duty was 3 days screening for every volunteer on field.
And after that?
After that, 4 days quarantine.
Okay.
So you are not going on field, you are staying on the safe area away from your home.
Okay. So the questions are over here. So shall we
Okay.
conclude, madam?
Yeah, sure. So I again thank Vaidya Devdatta Deshmukh and all Ayurveda team. And I know there are many senior Vaidyas, senior doctors who are doing a great job in this COVID-19 situation apart from such activities. So I thank them also and give my regards to them and thank to everybody who listened to my experience.
I think I should mention one thing here. Vaijayanti Sanjay Pense madam is here in the
Okay.
group and she is listening. So
Okay.
should I request her to comment some?
Sure.
Pense madam, Pense madam, आपके अगर कुछ comments है तो? Pense madam. I think she is not getting connected.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We should conclude then.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
then should
so
I just
Ayurveda.
Yeah.
No, just wait.
Okay.
आयुर्वेदीय आयोजित इस आयुर्वेदीय अभ्यासमाला में आज का कोविड-19 के वॉरफ्रंट का जो एक्सपीरियंस, जो अनुभव लीना राजवाड़े मैडम ने हमारे साथ शेयर किया है, उसके लिए आयुर्वेदीय की तरफ से जो भी उनके अभियान है उसके लिए शुभेच्छा चाहता हूं और आज का जो ये जो सेशन है यही खत्म कर देता हूं। धन्यवाद।